In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on February 26, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 2 betting picks a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. San Antonio Spurs versus Miami Heat. The San Antonio Spurs traveled to FTX Arena for an inter-conference road matchup with the Miami Heat on Saturday night. The Spurs are in action Friday night and will be on the second leg of a back-to-back. The Heat are also in action Friday and sit a half game out of first place in the Eastern Conference. The Spurs are 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 games, playing on 0 days rest. The Heat are 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games, playing on 0 days rest, and 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 home games. The over is 3-1 in Spurs' last 5 Saturday games. The under is 5-2 in Heat last 7 overall. The Spurs are 6-2 against the spread in the last 9 meetings in Miami, and 1-5 against the spread in the last 7 meetings. The Spurs have their sights set on the play-in game after the All-Star break. They have won 3 of their last 4 and are playing a fresh brand of basketball led by DeJounte Murray. Unfortunately, they face an extremely tough task against Bam and the Miami Heat. Although both clubs will be on the second leg of a back-to-back, anticipate all the stars showing up for this game. Jimmy Butler typically sits in these situations, but he will be out there, and for that reason, it's hard to bet against the Heat. Miami is 6-1 in their last 7 games. The San Antonio Spurs have played their best ball on the road this season and have been great against the spread on the end of back-to-backs. There's some value with the Spurs in the big underdog role here. With that said, the Miami Heat are as healthy as they've been in quite some time, and they're on such a roll at the moment that I'm not thrilled to bet against them. These teams met earlier this month and the Heat won by 7 points on the road, so Miami Heat to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both teams will be on the second leg of a back-to-back, so anticipate an element of fatigue in this game. Miami typically rests one of their 2 stars on back-to-backs, but considering they just had a week off, that may not be the case. The Spurs rank 3rd in pace heading into this matchup with the Heat. All-star DeJounte Murray is averaging 19.9 points, 9.3 assists, and 8.3 rebounds in his 4th season. He will have a lot more playmaking opportunities with Derek White being traded to the Celtics. This looks like a defensive slugfest, considering how strong Miami is up front. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Washington Wizards versus Cleveland Cavaliers. The Washington Wizards travel to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse for a road matchup with the Cleveland Cavaliers on Saturday night. The Wizards are in action Friday night and will be on the second leg of a back-to-back. The Cavaliers dropped their first game off the break 106-103 to the Detroit Pistons. The Cleveland Cavaliers have split their last 10 games, and they will be hoping to arrest an ugly 3-game skid after coming up short against the Pistons in a 106-103 road loss on Thursday. Lauri Markkanen led the team in scoring with 22 points. Brandon Goodwin added 15 points and 5 assists off the bench, while Rajon Rondo chipped in with 12 points and 9 assists. As a team, the Cavaliers shot 44% from the field and 12 of 35 from the 3-point line as they rallied back from an 11-point deficit in the 4th quarter, only to go ice cold when it mattered most as they missed their last 4 shots in the final 28.1 seconds to allow the Pistons to slip away late. Kevin Love has been great for the Cavaliers off the bench this season, but he will be looking to bounce back after scoring just 4 points on 1 of 5 shooting. Meanwhile, the Washington Wizards have been in decent shape as they've split their last 8 games overall, and they will be hoping to bounce back in this one after coming up painfully short to the Spurs in a 157-153 double overtime loss last night. Kyle Kuzma led the team with 36 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope added 24 points. Raul Neto added 22 points with 9 assists, while Daniel Gafford chipped in with 17 points on 8 of 9 shooting. As a team, the Wizards shot 54% from the field and 16 of 38 from the 3-point line as they went back and forth with the Spurs in a tight contest until the second overtime, where the Spurs used a decisive 8-0 run to pull away and steal the game from them in the end. Looking at the betting trends, the Wizards are 2-6-1 against the spread in their last 9 games against a team with a winning winning record, 6-15-1 against the spread in their last 22 road games, and 4-16-1 against the spread in their last 21 games overall. The Cavaliers are 13-5-1 against the spread in their last 19 home games, and 5-11-2 against the spread in their last 18 games against a team with a losing record. Head-to-head, the under is 4-1 in the last 5 meetings overall, and the under is 31-15 in the last 46 meetings in Cleveland. The Wizards are going to be without Bradley Beal and Kristaps Porzingis once again, while the Cavaliers will be missing Darius Garland, Caris LeVert, and Rajon Rondo. The Wizards will be kicking themselves after last night's tough loss to the Spurs, and the Cavaliers are shorthanded in the backcourt. So while I like the Cavaliers to get a scrappy win at home, I think the Wizards hang around long enough to get the cover in this spot. So Washington Wizards to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Cavaliers are one of the best defensive clubs in the NBA. Although they lost their last game to the Pistons, they only allowed 106 points. They have been consistent all season long, especially on the glass. Washington is a wounded club that will be without its best player for the remainder of the season. Kyle Kuzma is solid but lacks the elite offensive punch to challenge what Cleveland likes to do defensively. After a bad loss to Detroit, the Cavaliers will put the clamps on in this bounce-back spot at home. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Brooklyn Nets versus Milwaukee Bucks. The Brooklyn Nets are looking to avoid the third consecutive loss, but it's going to be hard to face the Bucks without several key players. The Milwaukee Bucks were on a 4-game winning streak but lost 3 of the past 4 games, 2 of which came at home. This will be the 4th of a 6-game homestand for Mike Budenholzer's side. These Eastern Conference rivals will meet for the 3rd time this season. Milwaukee won both duels, and the Bucks were better in 7 of the previous 10 head-to-head encounters. The Nets are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 SAT games and 3-7-1 against the spread in their last 11 games overall. The Bucks are 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 home games and 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 games overall. The over is 6-1 in Nets' last 8 overall. The over is 7-0 in Bucks' last 7 overall. The Nets are 1-5 against the spread in the last 6 meetings in Milwaukee and 16-34-1 against the spread in the last 51 meetings. This is a massive handicap. Yes, there is a gulf in skill between both these teams, but the handicap is a bit skewed too much in favor of the Bucks. The Nets have been in exceptional form right through this season whenever they have had a healthy roster, but they will now have to find ways to win without their stars. The Milwaukee Bucks are going to get the benefit of the doubt here at home, and they're more than capable of blowing the doors off a slumping Nets team. However, the Bucks entered the break a little shaky and the Nets are starting to get healthier, as they'll have Kyrie for this one along with the debut of Goran Dragic. The Nets have played their best ball on the road, where they actually win by an average of 2 points. The Bucks are 11-20 against the spread at home this season. The Nets won't win this against a quality Bucks team, but there should still be enough depth to be able to prevent a blowout loss. So Brooklyn Nets to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Again, the total is a bit too high. Sure, both these teams have a preference for moving the ball quickly across the court. The Bucks are averaging 113.2 points per game, 6th in the NBA, while the Nets are putting up 110.7 points per game, which is 12th in the league. Together, they won't come close to this total even if they meet their season averages. So under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.